Yeah, and that sounds definitely something that would be very in line with your company because as I also read about you guys, you give 10% of your proceeds to charity. So what was it that made you want to, I think, bake that right into or mix that, should we say, mix that right into your business from the get-go? Because I do hear a lot of businesses always giving lip service to that after they kind of have set up the business, but it seems to be that was your initial idea from the beginning that you wanted to have a give back factor of this.
It absolutely was. It absolutely was. I mean, I think that's really important for every organization. And I grew up in my family as we got to, we were fortunate enough to have enough money that we could give it away. And we volunteered a lot. And it was a sense of kind of acts of service back to our communities. And that is just something that has been ingrained in me from day one with my family and from my parents. And so that was a no-brainer to me that like, okay, this is what we're going to do. 10% feels doable. And frankly, I think it's easier to do when you do it from the beginning. You don't get used to those other profits, being able to like, be your cash flow for the next year or anything like that. You just like we know 10% is going off to charities that are, and the way that we choose it too is fun. Our team chooses who we like. This is so fun. At our holiday party every year, everybody brings in one charity that they would like as that they nominate, and then the team votes on where should that money go, which is super fun. I enjoy that.
That is such a great idea to get the team involved like that. And it also gives them a way bigger buy-in to the whole idea of it that, hey, we're giving 10% of the proceeds away. They're like, yeah, okay, that's fine because I got to pick who gets it. So it's awesome being a value-based business. I totally support that. And myself, it's baked into my business as well. I'm always giving money away to my favorite charity, which is PETA. So with that said, during your business growth, then, it was all self-funded and you've gotten to a certain level now, where you actually have a website, you're doing some, national shipping and things like that. What have been some of the business challenges that you've run into starting what, we would call like at first a home-based business and then making it at larger and scaling it?
Yeah, I mean, we have been fortunate in that we've grown sort of incrementally and not by leaps and bounds. And so our scaling has been able to keep up with that. At first I was shipping everything out of my basement. And frankly, we would store everything in my basement. Uh, and our entire house smelled like cinnamon. Um, but over time, I got some help from a friend. I was going on vacation and he helped me do shipping while I was gone. And it was like, hey, you want a side gig doing shipping for Coffee Dust? And so now Danny is our shipping queen. And like he does all things shipping. And it just sort of grew into that. And over time, I was blending everything at the senior center and packaging it and then, found like who needs a few hours of work. It's a fun side gig. Everybody that works for Coffee Dust is like very part-time, me included. And everybody else tends to do like 5 to 15 hours a week. I try and be half, three-quarter time. And so it just like over time, partially because I had another job for a long time, I didn't quit my IT consulting job until May of this year. And so I sort of had to find a way to delegate it out to other people and have people give me some help, which was a good forcing function for me. It was good practice.
Yeah, definitely. And sometimes it's so hard to delegate because you're always like, no, I'll just do it myself because I'm like that all the time. I'm like, I'll just do it myself because it's so hard to explain to people what I actually want. But you do find as you scale, you do have to delegate or you're not going to grow.